But the question I do have is, we've got this most amazing fight coming up in Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. How do you see that?
Well, I'm going to go. It's going to be a very good fight. I'm going to go for Mayweather. I've gone against Mayweather twice, and twice I've come unstuck. I'll tell you who the fights I went against Mayweather. Believe it or not, people might call me drunk. I don't drink. When Ricky Hatton, our own Ricky Hatton was fighting Mayweather, I thought he would cause problems for Mayweather. But the referee, I think, spoiled that fight for me in particular. He didn't allow them to engage in the way I wanted them to engage. But he dealt with Ricky. Then second time I went against Mayweather when he fought Saul Alvarez, I thought if anybody could beat this Mayweather, it would be that chap. Do you remember the fight?
I do. It was amazing because I'm a big fan of Canelo. And everyone thought that he would pose some issues for not everyone, but a lot of people thought he would pose issues for Floyd, and Floyd just dealt with him as if he was a very average fighter.
Thank you very much. He nullified him. He absolutely shut him out. I don't remember Canelo winning a round in that fight. And we saw what happened with Canelo's next fight after Mayweather. He was back to his normal self. So Mayweather is able. He has this ability to adjust. And also, remember Marquez, who fought Pacquiao, right? And again, he fought Mayweather, and Mayweather made him look very ordinary. Yeah.
But having said that, Mayweather has had some fights that have caused him some issues, like the first Madonna fight.
Absolutely. Yeah, but he rectified it in the second encounter. He also had a terrible time with Zab Judah many years ago. One thing, also, having studied Mayweather through his career, and people he has fought, he had problems with southpaw. I think most people have problems with southpaws. I think earlier on in that fight, I think Pacquiao will pose a lot of problems for him with the speed and also of the southpaw stance. But nevertheless, Mayweather just has this ability to adjust during fights. Not many fighters have that ability to adjust during fights.
So if you were a betting man, you're going with Floyd Money Mayweather?
Most definitely. I won't go against him again, ever.
Well, maybe in a few years when he's an old man.
Well, I think, realistically, he probably... What is he now with the Pacquiao fight? Is this the 47th fight?
Yeah, I mean, he's closing in on that record number of fights, isn't he?
And will he be allowed to do it? Because nobody's managed to do past the 49 and 0. Yeah. So let's see.
Do you think he's targeting the 50?
If I were him, yes. Why not?
Okay, so Don, prediction for the fight, apart from a Mayweather win.
In terms of how would it pan out? Again, I'm a big Mayweather fan. I'd love to see him come out and take some risks with view to stopping the opponent. No, I think I'll go for it again, but it's a risky call because Pacquiao, his work rate is phenomenal. So that's what makes this fight very interesting. So with the Mayweather his camp, coaching staff, be interested to see how they approach this because they're really gonna, I think, need a stoppage to beat Pacquiao. Can they outpoint Pacquiao with his speed and his work rate? Very interesting. I'm still going to go for Mayweather, but I'd love to jump and say stoppage. Yeah, it could happen because Mayweather has ability of use. He will use Pacquiao's speed in most parts of that fight. He will use Pacquiao's speed against Pacquiao.
Okay, so Don, so we've got a Mayweather win, probably on points, but possibly a stoppage. Don from Punch London, thanks.
Thank you, Robert.